Captain Terry Berndt. I'm the Officer Strength Manager for the South Dakota Army National Guard. I enlisted in the Guard back in 2003 as an 88 Mike, which is a truck driver. I was on the enlisted side until 2011 when I commissioned through OCS, Officer Candidate School, as a transportation officer. So I have 3 children. I live here in Rapid. They consume most of my time. They're busy in sports and school. So that's pretty much my life in a nutshell. Van, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Van Vandalist. I'm the Recruiting Operations Officer for the Mount Rushmore Reserve Officer Training Corps Battalion here in Rapid City. I as well have military service. I spent about 20 years in the Army. I initially enlisted as a technical engineer in 2000, and then in 2004 became a commissioned officer in logistics, and spent the remainder of my time on active duty with that position. I've got married, I've got 3 kids. They consume the vast majority of my time as well, which is awesome. So we've got some questions, commonly asked questions. We got some papers sitting in front of us, so if you see us looking down, that's what we're doing. But these are common questions that we get talking about becoming an Army officer, and we just wanted to answer those today. So first off, Terry, who can become an Army officer?
We're going to look at each individual on a case-by-case basis. There's lots of things that you have to meet, but some basic requirements. You're going to have to be able to pass the standard Army physical fitness test, and that includes doing push-ups, sit-ups, and a run. After you do that, we're going to look at you medically to make sure that there's nothing going to hinder you from becoming an officer. And then the other big thing we have to look at is your moral background to make sure there's nothing on the civil side that's going to affect you. So why should someone consider becoming an officer?
I think one of the biggest things in considering becoming an officer is your opportunity to make a difference in your soldiers. Yeah, there's pay, there's opportunities with schools and other things, but really it's really that opportunity to be a leader within the organization and to really affect soldiers at the ground level. I think that's why people should be considering this. So what are the options or the pathways in becoming an officer?
There's really 4 basic options here. You have ROTC, your Reserve Officer Training Corps. There's OCS, Officer Candidate School, WOCS, which is your Warrant Officer Candidate School, and then direct commission.
The direct commission, what exactly is a direct commission?
Well, direct commission, you meet some requirements and it allows you to directly commission into the Army. That being said, those requirements are difficult, and step 1 for that is that your battalion commander is going to have to recommend you for direct commission. After that, we're going to start building your packet. They're going to look at your PT test. They're looking for at least a 270 on that. They're also looking for a staff sergeant or above with exceptional leadership. So that being said, they're going to look at your past 3 NCOERs, your evaluations to make sure that you're doing that, and then we'll have to build your packet and submit that up to National Guard Bureau, and they may or may not approve it. Can you tell me about ROTC and the benefits it offers?
Yeah, so ROTC is a class in college that a student takes to learn fundamentals of becoming an Army officer. Here in South Dakota, we have 3 ROTC programs. My program, which is based out of School of Mines and has all the West River schools. Then you have SDSU, which has schools in that area, and then USD that has the schools down near Vermilion. But it's a class. Students come in, they take a class 1 or 2 days a week, just like any other college class, and then there's a lab associated with that to allow them an opportunity to practice the fundamentals of leadership. With ROTC, we've got students that are receiving scholarships. Some of my National Guard students that are part of the Guard and part of ROTC are making over $19,000 a year being in ROTC and on scholarship, and their commitment is to go into the Guard and be an officer when they're done with school. So tell me a little bit about OCS then, Terry.
All right, so OCS has 2 options. There's an accelerated program and a traditional program. That being said, they both start in March. There's a phase 0. You're going to do that for a few months, and that's where it splits off. That first summer, if you go the accelerated process, you're going to do 8 weeks straight. So once you knock out those 8 weeks, you're going to commission. As if you're doing the traditional side of it, you're going to start the first summer, you're going to do your 2 weeks, and then it goes into the traditional drills, 1 weekend a month for the next year. That following summer, you'll do another 2 weeks, and once you complete that, you'll commission.
So is Warrant Officer Candidate School And being a warrant officer, same as officer candidate school and being a regular officer?
No, there's a difference. So to be a warrant officer, we're looking for technical experts. That's what warrant officers do. They specialize in a field. They're very good at that. Officers generalize, but to be a warrant officer, different route. We're going to send you up to Fort Meade just like officer candidate school. But once you get up there, you're going to do 5 drill weekends, and once you complete those, we'll send you down to Alabama for a resident 2 weeks. And after you get that done, that's when you will commission as a warrant officer. So what's training like to become an officer?
So the program of instruction to become an Army officer is the same whether you're going through officer candidate school or ROTC. It's the same curriculum, it's just in a different package. Whereas ROTC is on campus and you have to be in the program for at least 2 years while on campus. OCS is that 1 week in a month, and you can do it in as little as 18 months. It's just the program that's there, the curriculum is the same. So you're looking at, it's going to be a lot of troop leading procedures, the operations order process. It's going to be understanding how to lead your peers, because those are the most difficult people to lead. And then it's going to be the same tactical side based on the squad and platoon level, because that's where lieutenants are going to start at that lowest level in the officer corps. What's the process after someone commissions?
Well, prior to commissioning, we're going to assign you a branch, and we're also going to assign you a unit, so you know where you're going. But before you become fully qualified, you have to attend your basic officer leader course. And that depends on which branch you go, where we're going to send you, but we're going to send you down to a school. Generally it's going to be 3 to 6 months, and after you get that completed, you'll come back and you'll be a fully qualified lieutenant.
So what are the branches here in the state of South Dakota?
So we have 16 branches in the Army, but here in South Dakota we have 11. We're heavy with transportation, engineers, field artillery, but we also have quartermaster, ordnance, signal, military police, military intelligence, adjutant general, cyber, and then we have the specialty branches, which include medical services and the judge advocates and the chaplains. What would you say to people that are thinking about becoming an officer?
So just like any big decision in someone's life, I would make the recommendation that you do your research. Okay, follow the Guard and ROTC on social media. Look to those influencers in your life and talk to them. Maybe talk to some of the officers or senior NCOs that you may know in the Guard, and find out if this is going to be a good thing for you. Reach out to Terry or myself, and we can help to guide any soldier through the process and to help them to make the determination of what side, ROTC, OCS, direct commission, warrant officer candidate school, what's going to be best for that individual and where they're at in their life.
Well, thanks for tuning in this morning. If you have questions that we didn't answer, go ahead and type them in down below. Other than that, have a great day.